Hey guys, it is 2019. Happy New Year. We made it. So as you guys are watching this video, I am going to be showing you guys, just previous clips of 2018. But I think it's important for everyone to really reflect and take a look back at the year that just passed and kind of evaluate, review, and analyze, everything that you've gone through and take those experiences and learn from it. And that's how you will grow. So I just want to share certain key points through my own experience this past year, and maybe can be helpful for you. I mean, you probably already know this. Most of the things are pretty common, but sometimes it's always good to have a little reminder. And I also want to, take this video and keep it as a reminder for myself as well. So let's begin. So, the first key point that I want to, now this is in no specific order or anything like that, but the first key point is something that I definitely learned the hard way, is no matter how loyal and kind you can be to someone, you cannot expect to receive the same love in return. And sometimes you will question that. You will come across certain people where you're like asking yourself, wow, like I am always super nice, I'm always super helpful with this person, but they can never be able to do the same in return. And I think you also need to understand, if you're going to be giving, you have to be you have to understand that if you're going to do something nice for someone, then let that be it. You're gonna do something nice and that's it. You can't expect that in return. But also take in mind that the people that do appreciate it will tell you, and will you will receive it back. So it's all about being a little bit more cautious of how much you give out to someone. And also understanding that if you are giving and the person is not giving you anything in return, then maybe it's best to just, stop communicating with that person. Stop, stop having a relationship with that person, because that person obviously doesn't appreciate your kindness. And, you definitely are worthy of something better, someone that will show you the same love that you showed them. So the second key point is never stop working on becoming a better you. I think, as a young adult, you're going to experience definitely a lot of challenges in your life and a lot of changes, and sometimes those changes aren't something that you want, but that's what life throws you, and you kind of have to embrace that challenge. And I feel like this also goes in with, sometimes people feel stuck. You feel stuck in your life. You don't know where to turn, where to go, where to look, and sometimes you won't know where to go forward with if you don't go outside your box. And a lot of people have certain schedules and they get really comfortable where they start living a mediocre life. And I definitely found myself this past year where I was doing that, and it was making me unhappy because I didn't feel like I was growing. I didn't feel like I was becoming, because I knew that I know the potential that I have, so I know that I could always do better and improve on myself in all aspects of life. So the third key point that I want to point out, something that may be very hard for someone to do, even myself, it wasn't something, definitely was something very difficult to accept, but that is to never settle. And that is in all aspects of life, in everything, in your relationships, in your job, in whatever you do. If you honestly feel in your heart and you're not genuinely happy with something, then something needs to change and you need to let it go and find something else that will make you happy. I feel like sometimes when you don't settle for something, it's a part of letting go, and sometimes that can be the hardest thing. And the only way that you can really do that is actually by knowing your worth, knowing that you deserve better, being aware of the type of person that you are, and being happy and being content with that. And if you believe in your heart that you can do better and be happier doing something else, then pursue that. And sometimes it's scary to, let that go and admit it. It's kind of like having, a gut feeling about something. You just have this feeling that something's not right, something's missing, and it's always and that's something that never ever steered me wrong. It's kind of like, judging a book off by its cover. It's like, okay, this looks great, it seems great, but once I open the book, it's not what I expected. So it's not really something that I do want. And that's okay. And then all you have to do is put that book down and keep going until you find the book that looks good to you. And also, once you do open it, you love it and you're content and you're happy. So yeah, never settle. So the fourth key point that I learned is you have to help yourself first before helping others. Now, I know that this characteristic isn't something that everyone has, but for me, it's something, I don't know, to me, this characteristic is something that I've always had. I think ever since I was young, I've always felt the need to help people. And I don't even have to have a close relationship, it's just me being kind. I can see a homeless person walking by and I would want to help them somehow, something. But a lot of the times I forget that I help out too much and I totally forget about me. So the best way to really, really help someone is when you are in the position, you are in the best version of yourself where you can be able to help someone. But if you are at a very low point in your life and you are still helping others, then that can be emotionally and physically draining. You have to put yourself first. And once you got everything together within yourself, you got everything figured out, you're good, then that's when you're able to go out and help as many as people as you want. So the last key point that I want to talk about is don't be afraid to be yourself. And I feel like this is something that we grow up to, especially coming into, being a teenager. You're being influenced by the people that you hang with, the environment that you're in. There's many factors of you not being your true self. And you have to accept that sometimes who you are, not everyone's gonna like you. And that's okay. You will attract the people that you like, and those people you will have great friendships with. You don't have to have everyone like you, because then you're gonna find yourself being very unhappy. You're gonna find yourself being fake, living a double life. You're being a certain way out in the public, but once you come back home, you're a totally different person. So, don't be afraid to just be yourself. You cannot expect everyone to be your cup of tea. And if someone is criticizing you for you being you, then that says a lot about them. That's because they're not happy with themselves. So they don't like seeing other people being happy with themselves. That's something that I always come across. I feel like a lot of the times people can be like shooketh on how comfortable I am being in my own skin and not feel the need to act or look a certain way for people to like me, because I know the type of person that I am, and that's all that matters. Your opinion of yourself is the only thing that should matter to you. If you're happy with yourself, that's it. You got it. So now I just want to leave you with ending the year by letting go of everything that happened this past year and making room and being open so that way more blessings and experiences and new growth can happen for the new year. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Till next time, let's have a great year. Bye.